everybody. Welcome back to school. Hope you had a great spring break. At least we had some nice weather. I hope you watched the video from last week where I walked you through our schedule and what that document looks like. If you didn't, please go back on Google Classroom. It's still posted in the stream, and watch that so that you know kind of how I'm laying things out for you. I'm trying to make things streamlined and as easy for all of us to use as possible. So if something is confusing, please make sure that you ask, and I'll do my best to make sure that it's cleared up for everybody. So this week we are starting The Things They Carried by Tim O'Brien. I'm still off here. And I hope you like the book. It's usually a class favorite for juniors, so I think it's a pretty easy read, and I think you'll be okay with it. So I'm going to run through a couple things about the book that I want you to be aware of, and then the assignments that you're going to be working on this week. So for this week, we'll start there, I guess. I'll work backwards here. For April 6th, tomorrow, there's a video posted for you. You're going to watch the video. There's an Edpuzzle that it's an Edpuzzle. So watch the video, answer the questions, just so you get your background on the Vietnam War. Tuesday, then, you are going to work on reading Chapter 1 in The Things They Carried. The title of Chapter 1 is The Things They Carried. The title of the book is The Things They Carried. So title and for chapter. It's about 25 pages. I personally think it moves a smidge slow in the beginning, so just kind of be aware of that. You have lots of audio versions to use, but once you get past that first chapter, I think you'll be fine. The way the book is set up, each chapter can be a standalone chapter. Each chapter has its own characters. It has its conflicts. So this book shows up in a lot of anthologies where it's just one chapter of the book and not the whole book, and it makes complete sense because, like I said, they're standalone chapters. So you might see a character pop up in one chapter and then you never see that character again, or some of the characters do repeat throughout. So Tim O'Brien is our author, and he did go to Vietnam. He served in the war when he was a young man, and so he uses his memories and the experiences that he had to write these stories, but they're not his personal stories. So he uses them for inspiration, but they are not. This is not autobiographical. This is not a memoir. He, uses the people he knew and the situations he was in to create the story for us, the different stories that he put in here. Tim O'Brien is the author, like I keep saying, but there's a character in the story, the narrator, whose name is also Tim O'Brien. You need to separate those two. Tim O'Brien, the character, is different than Tim O'Brien, the author. They are not one and the same, so don't confuse those two, as easy as it is to confuse them. What I want you to be paying attention to when you read chapter 1, I'll show you what one of my pages looks like. We're looking at the tangible versus the intangible things that the characters carry. So that's what I have marked out on my pages, and you should do the same in yours. Because when you're done reading chapter 1, there's a chart you're going to fill out. It's on Google Classroom for you. And it is a character chart, and the characters are listed, and there's a column for the tangible objects they carry and the intangible objects that they carry. So when we talk about tangible things, these are things that we can actually touch and feel. So for example, I am tangibly carrying my phone right now with a picture of your calendar, so I can keep glancing at it. In the book, one of the characters, Kiwa, he actually physically carries a Bible. He can actually hold it. He does hold it. He uses a pillow, keeps it in his knapsack. But that tangible object connects to an intangible idea, an abstract idea about what else he carries. And so Bibles represent religion and faith. So he also carries these, his past about religion and his belief system. So that would be the intangible thing that he carries with him. So you're going to do that for the characters that are listed. Obviously, use your book, to fill that in. Some characters, there is not that easy link between, okay, if this is the tangible object that I'm carrying, then it immediately leads into this intangible thing. It doesn't always work that way, but sometimes it can. So be aware of that. So on Tuesday, you'll do that. You will read chapter 1, and you'll work on your tangible versus intangible chart. There's also a document that's linked on there. There's a hyperdoc for you, and it'll tell you what all these little, phrases mean, because there's a lot of war phrases in there. So you can look at that if you're confused on things. And then Wednesday, you'll finish reading The Things They Carried, and then there's a response poem. So obviously, we are going through something that we have never experienced before. and we are all carrying a lot of things as we go through this. I think about, I carry a lot of fear. Anytime I have to go out to the grocery store, you're fearful you're going to bring something home to your family. I carry fear in, making sure that my children are safe. I carry worry. I worry about you guys and that you're doing okay. So these would be intangible things that I carry as we're going through this. So you're going to write your own response poem about what you're carrying. As you can relate it to this if you want. I think it'd be really cool to do that. It might be something that you save and you look back on, because you are living in history right now. Your kids and grandkids are going to ask you what it was like to be quarantined in your homes for 2 or 3 months, however long we're living like this. So it's a really interesting concept to kind of look at. So those are going to be due on Thursday the 9th. And then the 10th, 11th, 12th, and the 13th is Easter weekend. So you will not have assignments on Friday or Monday. And then we'll be back for that short week, that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the following week. So again, just to recap for you, you're going to watch the Edpuzzle video and the questions. You're going to read chapter 1. You're going to finish the character chart, the tangible versus intangible character chart that is on Google Classroom. And then you're going to do the response poem 2 that is also on Google Classroom. Poems, you're just going to add another page on that document and put your poem right on there for me, and then submit all of that to Google Classroom. So everything should be nice and streamlined for you. Okay. All right. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. It's sunny out. My kids are outside, so they would like me to go outside and play with them. But I miss all of you. Send me a message. Let me know how you're doing. Some of you send me funny pictures of things that you're doing. So I love seeing those. And we will get a date on the calendar to meet and chat. And I hope all is well. Okay. Bye, guys.